Okay, so hi guys, welcome back again. So now as you can see, we now have this one. This one was interesting when I actually saw it, and someone told me that you guys didn't do this in the lecture. Like you weren't told how to use the isometric box to construct circles. So I was like, wow, that's so interesting, because I don't know what lecturer or whoever will give you an assignment like this and they don't teach you about isometric box. But if you guys told, I wasn't in the lecture today, but if you guys taught or told about the isometric box, that's an advantage. So I didn't do justice to the isometric box in this video, because I was just trying to finish this so that you guys can see how the drawing will come out, right, from this assignment, right. So I'll go ahead and make another video. I think today I'll upload it today, right, so that you guys will appreciate the isometric view. The isometric box, how you use the isometric box or the isometric square to draw a circle at an angle of 30 degrees or at an incline, right? Because if you just want to go ahead and use your pair of compasses you would go wrong. So okay, let's get into this process. So as you can see, I'm just sketching my diagram, right? It's just a sketch so that I know what I'm going to be doing with my pair of drawing instruments, so that it becomes nicer or something, right? Like what's required. So that's the height that we want. So now we just draw that circle using our radius. So I was just trying to show you like the isometric box or something, but I just realized no, on this stage, I don't think it was practical. You guys wouldn't get it. So I'll show you the isometric box. So right here, I just tried to draw to show you guys how it would look like, right? Since this is just a sketch. So now we go ahead and project. So as you can see, our shape is at the front part is not starting from the ground, right? So it means that you won't start from that. It's a little bit elevated, so you will start darkening your drawing from a little bit higher height, or what? Well, yeah, from a little bit higher height, right? So now you go ahead and just draw that, right? So as you can see, now I've just shown you how this would look like when we're now using our pair of instruments, compasses and stuff, right? So now, okay, let me just go ahead and explain the isometric box. So the isometric box is just a box that you draw at an angle using the radius that you were given for that circle, for that particular circle that you want to draw in isometric view, right? So let's say for that circle we're given, that smaller circle, was it 50? It was 13 millimeters, right? It's 13 millimeters, that smaller circle. So you draw your square, right? Usually an isometric box, it's a square, because if you draw a rectangle, you know that you get it wrong. It will be wrong, right? So it will be a square, because a circle, there's no circle that's not equal unless if it's an ellipse or what, right? Right. So the isometric box, it's a square that you draw using the radius of a particular circle that you are given, right? That you want to draw. So what you do is so it means that the length of the of that square, it would be double the radius that you are given, right? So for now, let me just end here, but I'm just trying to hint you, because I realized that it wasn't that clear when I was making this video. So now, by the time we get there, then you come back and remember this. I think it would make you understand a little bit better, right? So now, as you can see, what we are doing here, I've just I'm now using the measurements to draw, right? So right now, after making a faint line, I was darkening so that it should be a little bit faster. I was trying to be fast. because I was timing myself, right? So for that one, as you can see, you take that measurement I was just measuring, then you go ahead and tuck into that measurement that you had already made, right? So now you go ahead and make those construction lines for that other part that's going to that side, right? Then for that one, it will be darkened. It will be darkened. So that that line is going up to where the drawing is ending, but you can't see it. That's why the line is not like continuing. It's just ending at that part which is visible, right? So now, yeah, let's go ahead and make that that base our base, right? So now, yeah, that's our base, right? You darken the base, right? Okay, I don't know if you guys are following, but yeah. So this is just the basics of the drawing, right? Sorry, my head just keeps on popping. Okay. So now you go ahead and darken that part because we now have that true length, right? We have it. So now you go ahead and project upwards. So now we want to get that distance. You go ahead and measure that distance that's going up. So as you can see, from our drawing, we're given the height to the center line where we have our circles starting from, right? So you want to go ahead and measure that. And you also want to go ahead and draw to that point where our circles will start, right? And then after you get this point, you go ahead and make your center lines where we will have our circles, right? So now let's make our center lines, right? So this is where it gets interesting. We're about to use the isometric box I was talking about, right? So you can just use your compasses, as I've said, to just go ahead and draw a circle. I don't know if you've tried it. I think you saw that it wasn't coming out. Like you actually see that this is not making sense in some way. I don't know if I can put it that way, right? So now what you want to do is, we now have our center line, right? So now you want to get the radius of the smaller circle. I realize that is that one, yeah, the 13 millimeter. So you go ahead and say from the center of your drawing, go ahead and measure 13 and then 13 on the other side, right? So that our diameter would be, was 13 plus 13, that's 26. Our diameter will be 26. So now you go ahead and project upwards, going upwards, right? Because we are not yet drawing our circle. We are now drawing the isometric box. So now you also go ahead and measure 13 that other side on top of the center line, and below the center line you also draw 13 millimeters, right? So if you just go ahead and project to that side, the measurement will just be the same, right? So let's go ahead and project to that other side, right? Okay, so now we have that's the isometric box I was talking about, right? So now here comes the funny part, like how we are going to be using the isometric box to draw our circles, right? So let's go ahead, and I want to show you guys how we're going to do it. So now I think I was just trying to draw the isometric box of the bigger circle, right, where the isometric box will be ending. So I took the diameter of the bigger circle. That's where the circle will be ending, right? Yeah, exactly, right there. So now what we want to do is, okay, so I just made a mistake and I erased it. Don't worry, guys. I was just experimenting or something. So let's go ahead and also start making our isometric box. I'm just darkening the line so that you guys can see, because I erased that part, right? So now that's our isometric box. So what you want to do is you want to draw a diagonal line that's passing from one corner to that other corner through the center, right? Then, my head is blocking you. You draw a line, right, that's coming from the right hand side, that other side. I don't know if you can see the lines. You won't see them. So I will make another tutorial to show you guys, like just focusing on the isometric box and where you drain the circle using the compass. But for that other side of the of the circle, you just go to that other side of the corner, one corner of the isometric box that you would have made, right? And draw whatever lines, and draw your circle, right? So as you can see, this is how the isometric box works like. I'll explain it, don't worry guys. I think I will make another YouTube tutorial, but for now, I just want you to see how it would come out. I think I would use a whiteboard marker and I would use a whiteboard marker, then I would explain and it would be clear, right? So let's just follow here and see, but I don't know if it would make sense now that I haven't explained it. So now, okay, now I'm drawing the isometric box of the bigger circle. I don't know if I think I can explain using this one. Let's see. So now we also want to draw the same diagonal line that's going from one corner of the isometric box. Exactly. So now you go to the center line of your isometric box and you project it to the other corner of that drawing. Now I'm drawing from the other corner of the isometric box going to that side, right? Then where that line bisects with that diagonal line that we've just constructed, that's where you put your pair of compasses and you also draw your arc there, right? Hey, I know this is not clear guys. I didn't see it when I was recording the video, but I would definitely record another video focusing mainly on this part so that you guys can follow through, and you obviously everyone will pass. Trust me, everyone will pass. So now we want to go ahead and draw another isometric box on that other side. So now I'm projecting that line so that I know where our center line is. That's where our center line is, right there, right? So now that isometric box again, I project its corners to that other side so that I know where the box will be, right? So now what you want to do is you want to extend that faint line to that other part, right? So that you can have your isometric box. Exactly. Now you join there to get your isometric box, right? And then now I was just trying to see which part is the center line, the vertical center line, which is what I'm putting right now. So now we have our vertical center line. We also want the horizontal center line, right? So let's go ahead and put the horizontal center line. So this one I didn't draw it as a center line. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. So now that same diagonal line, as you can see, I'm now drawing the diagonal line to that part. Okay, what was I measuring here? Okay, I was just drawing that part of the circle because I realized that the diagonal line, I thought it wasn't important, but I then realized that it was important later because we wanted that other part because we want those two to meet at that point. So to get that point, you don't just continue with that curve that you made before. You also need to make that certain diagonal line that we made before, right? As you can see, I was trying to show you guys here that if you continue, look at the curve, it won't be coming out nice. It will be wrong at some point. Yes, you might join them, but it will be wrong. So we go ahead and draw that diagonal line that we were making before, right? It will be faint lines touching that other part of the square. Now you go to the center line. I think it will be visible here. Let's go to that center line. I don't know if you can see it. That center line. So it's from the center line to that other corner of the isometric square or the isometric box. Then as you can see, I think there's that part where those two, they are intersecting, right? That's where you go with your pair of compasses. Then you just draw that smaller part that will go ahead, that will go and join with that part. Then now what you want to do is you want to darken that part, right? as you can see. So now we have our isometric diagram, isometric, I don't know, object, whatever it is, right? So this is just how the drawing would come out like, but I'm making another video very soon. I'll upload it very soon so that you guys can know where we are coming from. But for the sake of the assignment, to know whether you're doing the right thing or you're not doing the right thing, I think you can just see this. So now I was just trying to use my pen so that you can see. I thought it wasn't visible, so I was just using the pen so that you guys can see, trying to darken for you guys. But yeah, then realized that it was nothing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Continue to watch these videos. I'll go with you through the revision and stuff. Then for you who want to meet me face to face, you can just contact me. If I'm free, I'll come to your room or to your, I don't know, study area, whatever, where you guys are having discussions. Then yeah, so feel free guys. Drawing is something easy. It's my passion. I will help you, trust me. I will help you with all my heart. Alright, so guys, this is it. This is how the drawing was coming out. I hope you guys, yeah, I know most of you weren't following through. I know I lost you, but I'm making another video, trust me. Very soon it will be uploaded. Just be patient with me. But for the sake of the assignment, just know that this is how it was coming out like, right? So cheers guys, don't lose hope. There's nothing to engineering drawing. Actually, engineering drawing is just some lines, basic lines that you'll be using, right? So now yeah, I was just doing my freehand because I couldn't get a canvas that I could use to attach that pen, so I just used my freehand so that you guys can follow through. It can be dark, it can be darker here, then to that part. Then you also want to go ahead, no, I was just going ahead to darken that other part, right? Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. Just wait for the other one. I'll be uploading it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time guys. Stay blessed. Thank you.